Yeah, but Marco. All right. Can everybody hear me clear enough? All right. Queen B, Terry, Devo. Waiting for more people to jump in. Got a guest coming up today. We're going to listen to some music, but this is real music. This isn't mainstream. This is like authentic. Well, it could be mainstream if it got out there. It could be. It could be some really, yeah. We're going to listen to the artist, the writer. He's going to break down the lyrics, what's behind them. Angel Eyes Keep Control. Waiting for more people to come in. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday or Sunday, knowing Angel Eyes is 17 hours ahead of us. I hope Sunday's going really well for you. All right, so mental health and music. This is what we're talking about today, mental health and music. Music is very detrimental to a human's mental health. It's very soothing. It's very calming, but it also can intensify one's mood. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the special guest so he can talk, and he's not sitting in the background all by himself, just listening to my voice. Okay, so let's introduce my friend and compadre, and soon to be, once he gets everything together and back in shape, he will be a legend. Viper.
Well, thank you. Won't be a legend, but thanks for having me up here.
A legend in the making. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll say it that way. Dude, you're gifted. You're gifted as an artist.
Well, thank you very much.
Cool gamer. Um, so I met Viprin before I knew about his music. Viprin is the person, and when I learned about his music, I got to know Viprin as the artist. So what we're gonna do, he's got 4 songs. 2 of them are good quality, 2 of them are rough edit, and they've never been released. And he's going to talk about them, the meaning behind them, and everything of that sort. So, Nicole, Emily, all right. So the floor is all yours, Viper.
Okay. Well, I know last time we had hello Emily, how you doing? Last time we had shown my on a 12-hour stream we showed my music. This time we have a little bit different way of doing it to show a little bit better quality, but I'll start with the songs that you guys know and then go from there. But we'll do Washway first, which is my song about depression, and I'll explain it afterwards.
Try not to let it show. This mask will never
There you go. Wash away. That was wash away.
You know what I didn't know?
What?
On my end, I can adjust the volume and pause it.
Oh, I didn't know
Well,
that. That's
yes,
cool.
yes. I just figured that out myself. So, for those of you who don't know and who weren't here, is I did a 12-hour live, and it's no longer viewable because it got shut down. And I brought Viper up, and this is one of the songs that was played. And there was a couple of them that were played, and I actually like them. I actually like them. So go ahead and break down this song and why you wrote it.
Okay. So I wrote this song after I had my self-harm issue when I went through my divorce with my ex-wife and had my son and all that stuff. I had an issue with seeing shadows coming out of the crevices in the wall, and I had all these thoughts. Um, I ended up waking up the next morning with smashed beer bottles all over the place, alcohol over the floor, the house trashed, and knives all over the place. So what happened was, when I was writing the music, what they do and how the process works is, I have two other friends that I was doing music with. We called our project, or I named the project, the Bane of Construction, and it's about the pain of building, right? The pain and hardships of building, and so that was why we called it Bane of the Construct. So they would send me music and I'll sit down and write. So what I do is I sit there and I listen to the song over and over and over again. I try to get my mindset and the feeling of the song. Well, when they played this song, it didn't have all the edits on that it has like at the beginning and stuff. The echoing effect, but it didn't have any effects or anything. It was just the tune, and it felt really angry to me. So I started writing off of it, and I started off with the chorus. The main reason the song was written was just wash away. Um, and I started writing it about suicide awareness. Self harm, the thought of self harm, and put my mind in that time when I had to go to the doctor and had all this issues and got diagnosed with a severe depression, anxiety disorder, or whatever. That's what I was writing, what I felt at the time. So it's about self harm, 100%. Yeah. Did you want me to explain the lyrics?
I think you explained the song, so that is the lyrics, isn't it?
Well, yes, but it's like, okay, so people that been through depression and self harm probably will understand some of the parts in the lyrics. So like the way I write songs is I do put the negative in there. You got to feel the impact. You got to feel what it's about. You can't just say it's about depression and self-harm and the good part of it. So you got to have the pain of it and then you got to have the
Okay.
outcome. So what I do is I don't put a negative outcome. So I usually have the pain in the lyrics and then somewhere in the song, if it's the chorus or anywhere else, I'll have a positive outcome. Which in this song, it starts off with the pain and what happens with it, the wash away part of it. And I'll explain the metaphor to that in a little bit. And then the end of the song, it kind of switches the lyrics to you will survive, find a way, you'll find a way. Um, so like the beginning part of it is try not to let it show this mask they'll never know, right? So it's like when you have depression, a lot of times you put on that fake persona. You smile and tell everyone, I'm okay, when you're really not. And that's the mask. You're playing that role to make everyone seem like everything's fine. But the people that don't actually pay attention to you won't see the little subtle changes that are actually the red flag.
Yeah.
For example, me, it's music. And when I stopped caring about music and everything about it, none of my supposed friends, even realized I was going through so much issues. Um, but I've had depression for a long time. It's just that was my breaking point with the whole thing with my ex-wife. But and then the walls come in into sight, closing in, can't breathe at night. Perfect example of anxiety. If you've ever had severe anxiety when you're in your bedroom and it feels like the room is tiny and small, you can't breathe. That's what it feels like. The walls are closing in, you just can't breathe. So when I was going through my issues, I had to sleep in the living room. It was a wide open room. It was like a living room, dining room put together in one big room. It was a lot easier to go to sleep or do anything. And so I had that in the lyrics. Of course, the feeling of anxiety, which most time in depression, you have anxiety. And then, of course, the course of it, the course is like feeling the anger, feeling the pain, all the suffering, let it just rain, which is metaphor for crying, right? You let the
Yep, letting
tears
the pain
flow.
out. Yep,
Yeah, exactly. And then when it pours, all the shit will wash away. It's almost like a metaphor at the fact that you're washing all stuff away from having that emotion, right? And that's basically what it is, all the way down there. And then it goes to you're not alone, trying hard, they should have known. So you're not alone. Like a lot of the times we're in this mindset, you know that you're not alone. Is that the problem is people don't understand or what people say don't connect to you.
yep,
Um and you try hard without saying, "Hey guys, I'm depressed and want to hurt myself." You try really hard to show people that you're having trouble, and like these so-called friends don't pay attention to it. They don't see it. And it's not saying that they're bad friends. It's just saying like in that mindset, it doesn't run that way. Your mind doesn't go to, "Oh, they just don't understand." It goes to nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. That's what it goes to. Um so that's the whole thing is like you're not alone, they should have known. So when if in that mindset it's like what happens if I actually do this up to myself now, who would care? Would they been like I should have known that? It's always like that. It's like, oh well, when I've had friends that pass away from self-harm, it was like after the fact everyone's like, oh well, we should have known. Well, you probably didn't pay attention to all the stuff they were trying to tell you without actually telling you. So it goes back and forth that way, and that's why I wrote that part of it. Um, you're crying out for help inside because that's usually how it is, and then you have the silence. You'll never break what's mine. So the silence is about you never. Usually, you don't want to sit there and say, "Hey guys, I'm having trouble. Help me." It doesn't happen that way, especially when you're in the bottomless pit. You can't get out. You're not going to sit there and want people to pay all that attention to you and tell them everything's wrong. So you keep that silence so well with that mask that you're wearing that it's your silence and no one would ever break it. So everyone's going to keep on asking, "Are you sure you're okay?
right.
Are you sure you're okay?" over and over again, and you're going to say, "Yeah, I'm okay. Just leave it alone."
Or the best way to talk is, I've learned it over time. You know, because I've had friends ask me, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." But then I've had friends say, "What would you like to talk about?" Just want to talk.
Exactly.
Those are the ones that care. Because once they say, "Hey, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's just talk," that means they really want to hear what you have to say and what's going on with you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I
Like
never had that. See, that's the thing
I,
is like
I
most people sit there and they say their words thinking that they're letting you talk and they don't actually listen to you. And that gets annoying when they sit there and they give all their sense and don't listen to anything you're saying.
that's the reason why I reach out to people on here. If you ever want to talk, I'm here. Because the thing is I've never had that. But coming on here and talking to you guys, it's like you're my ears and you're just listening what I have to say. So how do I return it? By reaching out to you guys and saying, "Hey, if you got something to say, I'm willing to listen."
Cool.
You ready to come warm me up, buddy?
I might have to get my jacket. I'm freezing. It's been cold all day today. It's shocking because I don't even have my stuff.
Go grab your jacket.
No, I got my heater right here behind me.
Okay.
That thing warms me up pretty well. Okay, so get to the last part of the song, the third part of the
Yes.
song, really. And then
Yes.
you get to the positive part of it, right? It's
Yep.
breaking the silence, paving the way, like, a road or whatever. All the suffering, just let it rain. When it pours, all the shit will wash away. Let it wash away, you will find a way. And then it goes to the end part of it. It will wash away, live another day, you will find a way, and all that. So that's where you get to the positive part of it. Like, you will find a way. You let it wash away all this pain, you cry it out and stuff, you'll let it wash away. Now, that doesn't mean it's healing. It's definitely not healing, but it can help you open your eyes to a lot of stuff if you let it out, right? And that's why I like metal music, because it's the anger, like scream about it, get mad, and just scream it all out. It's like those things, like those they have those the therapy where you sit there and you just scream, where you smash stuff all day. Well, that's basically what it is in metal music. It's like you get that anger out. But I'm here for questions. If anybody has questions about some of the lyrics or anything about it,
Yeah.
that's basically
Anybody
that
in
song's
chat?
basically done.
Anybody in chat got questions for him? People that are listening?
I gotta get my jacket. I'm gonna get my jacket really quick.
You're good. Go ahead. That background's insane. So does anybody in chat have any questions? I know people are there lurking, watching. No questions? So we'll
Oh,
go
that's
to the
fine.
next song. We'll go
So
to
the
the
next
next
song.
song.
Okay. So before I do this song, I have two parts. I actually brought a special part of the song. I've talked about it before. I have Savior. I also have the other version of the song that was not mastered completely when we had the female singer, which it gives an idea of kind of what I wanted to go for, but it never happened. But let me take this down. I'll put the other song up here. Sweet and Sleuthy. She was the one that said, I think I need to impress her with metal music or something. I don't remember who it was.
So what does your son think of your music?
My son loves my music. Dude, he said he would sit in the car and sing to my music. When I first, okay, I'm not gonna lie, when I first finally, because it was so hard for me to find people that could do stuff and that I could finally write some stuff that I feel. And I was so excited. I was playing the songs over and over and over again, seeing what I could do better and all this, because a lot of the times we do like 3 or 4 recordings before we finish the mastering. But my son was sitting there, he would sing the song with me. Hello, hello, April. But he loves it. He'll sing songs. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, one of his favorite songs is not one of my songs, anyways. It's it's actually Jackal and Hyde by Five Finger Death Punch. Surprisingly, he loves that song. I gotta pause it right when it comes up. Okay, really quick, I do want to say this. So this song is my controversial song. Okay, this is the one that I get a lot of hate from in my area, um, from multiple types of people. This is the song that people think I sing about a certain thing and I don't. I'll explain everything about the song and the idea behind it once it's over before I show you the other version of the song. But are you ready, Eddie?
Just so you know, I've already heard this song. This is actually one of my favorite songs. Just so you know.
Oh wow, cool.
Life keeps you holding on. You can be your savior.
So, believe it or not, that one was not completely mastered. I'm flat at the beginning, and I think I'm sharp at the end in one part, and also out of time in one part. But just believe it or not, that was. And all this is recorded in a little room, okay? This is how professional you can sound being in a room on a computer. We put mattresses up, we put sheets up. I have a CAD shield, if anyone knows what that is. It blocks the sound from bouncing back from the wall back into the back of the mic. So like this is how you can do things nowadays. You don't have to have a professional person tell you how to sing your songs. Anyways,
Well, you know, it's crazy. I'll tell you this, Viper. I'm not a heavy metal type guy. I'm not into the whole screamo scene. Okay.
mhm,
But the songs that you have, the lyrics paint a picture. And
yeah,
see, I'm a lyrics guy. I listen to the lyrics, I read the lyrics, I understand the lyrics. And if I can relate to it, I will listen to it. If I can't relate to it and understand them, I move on to the next song. But I relate to what the song says, and this is why I say so far it's one of my favorites.
okay. So we ready to talk about the meaning of the song and the parts, I guess. Um, you ready for that, man?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. First off, before I explain the meaning of the song, you know the great thing, and even with the last song, the great thing about music nowadays is it's metaphorical, right? There's so much to music nowadays that anyone can get any feeling from the song to help them in the situations they're in. I will say from the beginning, this song could definitely be kind of a fighting song towards abused, mental abuse, physically abused people, corporations, companies, parents, um, government, all that stuff. It could be a message to anybody that's having problems or issues in those things. That's the best thing about music nowadays is you can sit there. I'm lost where my thing is. You can sit there and have a meaning to you compared to other things. It's great. So this song right here. Well, thank you, Emily. Okay, so let me explain it really quick. So this song right here, I'm gonna give you inspirations that inspired this song. So at the time when I did this, yeah, you have your own interpretations, of course. That's 100% right. Okay, there's three reasons I wrote this song in the first place. For one, I come from abuse in past, and I was always judged by how I want to be. Number two, at the same time, we're having trouble or we're having the whole media frenzy over the whole thing with Michael Jackson. And three, we had an incident in my hometown where the Westboro Baptist, the Westboro or Borough, whatever the damn the church is, the Westboro Baptist Church
Yep,
came
yep.
and picketed against a soldier that passed away, somebody I went to school with. And that was kind of a little bit of the beginning of it, right? So at the beginning of this song, they think they could change us, feel like they're ones who save us. So that part of the song basically is think of abuse, right? When you're abused, the abuser thinks that they're saving you or thinks that they're trying to protect you in their own harsh ways. And it's like they want me, like when I was getting abused, they want me to be not so dark, not into this, not to that. They want me to be a cowboy. They want me to be a hunter and all this stuff. Well, the thing is, in their eyes, it seems like it's okay. It seems like that they're helping you, they're protecting you in some way, some dark way. And that's the part in that. Like they think they could change us, feel they're ones who save us. And it's hell no, they can't. You're your own person. This song is written about fighting against control and abuse. Yeah. So at the beginning of this, do you ever wonder the reason? Question mark, of course. False causes with dark intentions. This hate is open season, feeling sick with human depletion. Well, that whole part was written, or the meaning of it is. Do you ever wonder reasons? You know, people do stuff. I went. This was actually written based off of what happened in the May tornado in Oklahoma. Right after they lost their houses in that tornado, we were in that tornado. After those families in that part of Moore lost their houses and all that stuff. They never saw a dime from the supposed American Red Cross stuff, right? And there was a whole court case that went over that. They never saw any money from it. All the millions of dollars that were brought up for those families and stuff never saw a dime. And that right there made me think of false causes with dark intentions, because most of the time people do these things and they'll do like a GoFundMe and all that stuff, and it's a cause they have. Yeah, it's a cause, but it's a false cause because they have dark intentions with what they're going to do with the money or whatever. That's why that came up. And it's like the question: do you ever wonder the reasons? Nobody really looks at the reasons. They don't question things, right? And then it says this hate is open season, feeling sick with human depletion. So the hate is open season. So think about it. If you're a hunter, open season means like you can hunt whatever you want and do whatever you want when you hunt. It's the same thing with predators, right? Or abusers. Their hate is so strong that they just go after whoever they can. If they find an easy target, they go after the easy target. Even as a child growing up in abuse, that's how it is with stepdads and all that shit. Exactly how it is. And so this hate is open season, feeling sick with human depletion, which when that happens, you feel sick because the humanity is gone. Human depletion is existing, right? Is anybody human if they're sitting there doing stuff like this to children or to their significant others? That's not human. That's dehumanizing somebody, right? And that's why that was written. And then you have corrupt idols cause dark desires. Now that was written based off at the time, all the idols, like I said, the whole thing was happening with Michael Jackson. All this stuff was coming out and at the time, and it was like you have these idols that are just dark. I'll tell you the main thing that goes when it comes to the idols, the main thing that hurt me more than anything, because I'm a metalhead, was Tim Lambesis. If anybody knows who that is, that's the singer from As I Lie Dying, right? In that time that I wrote these lyrics, that was the main thing that I was thinking of more than Michael Jackson and all that stuff. That was the main thing because he's a Christian metal band singer and he went to prison for trying to hire a hitman to kill his or to unalive his wife. So that right there, you're all into this guy's music and stuff, and then you find out, wait, he's against what he sings. That's a false idol causing dark intentions, right? So I wrote that part right there with that. And then changing souls for this empire, which is, of course, USA or wherever you're at. If there's a lot of corruption around you, and people, when you try and speak to abuse or speak to things that are happening, people don't listen to you. So your soul, basically, it's like your soul needs to change to be accepted in the empire. You have to accept what's happening to you in a way, and that's what it feels like most of the time with people that are going through things. And then don't change because they are liars. One will rise, you're a fighter. So basically, we're telling everyone, basically, in my song, I'm telling everyone, don't change. Be who you are. There's only one world. Rise against all that corruption and control, because we are all fighters. If we all rise, I mean, it can be strong. You've seen it plenty of times. If there's enough voices said, then there's changes, right? And it doesn't have to be violent or anything like that. It's just changes. And then it's can you save yourselves? Now, originally, I wanted this to be a chant. I wanted this to be, can you save yourselves? It's your life, bring them hell. I want it to be, can you save yourselves? I'm doing the guttural scream. And then I wanted people to be like, it's your life. You won't fail. I wanted people to kind of do it as a chant, like it's a group of people that are fighting back. But it didn't happen that way. And I'll show you the other example when we tried to do it. Editing the voice, they still put my voice on the top, which I didn't want that. I wanted it to be mixed in with a whole bunch of voices. But can you save yourselves? It's your life. You won't fail. So if you're fighting for your life, you won't fail, right? And then you try and get other people to help you. Stand up. You know what's right. Can you save yourselves? And you must never change 4 times. But it says, hold on to who you are, which is the chorus of the song. Hold on to who you are. We weren't built for failure. Life keeps you holding on, you can be your savior. So the whole point of that is you can save yourself without having to have somebody else tell you they're saving you, or tell you that they're protecting you, or telling you that they're gonna keep you saying, "Oh, that's not, you can do it yourself. You don't have to have anybody else do it for you." And a lot of the times, this is written just against the controllers, right? The people who are trying to control your life. This isn't written to if you went to go get help from a doctor or some shit like that. No, this is written towards the controllers, the people that think they're saving you when they're really not saving you, when really
This
they're
is
causing
wild.
you harm. Do I?
This is wild. You know, listening to you talk about this song, the first song you talked about was all about you,
Yeah.
which I respected, which was telling your story of your life, the struggle you were going through at this time. And then as you're breaking down this song, Savior, it's like you took different things in life that didn't relate to you, but related to you because you related to it,
Mm-hmm.
and and made it part of the song with nobody knowing it.
Yeah. That's the whole
That's
point.
that's what I
It's
mean
like,
by wild.
yeah, it's what
That
it's like the
that's
message can
interesting.
be. I can see it like an abused woman, right, in a relationship really relating to this song. I can see an abused child relating to this song. I can see somebody where their family's controlling relating to this song. I can see multiple different types of people relating to a song like this. But believe it or not, though, this is the song that gives me a lot of hate. This is the song where I had people coming against me, in the churches around here, like because supposedly I'm singing about
You're not.
religion, but I'm not. Yeah,
I'm
that's the
not
thing.
getting that vibe.
Yeah, but yeah, I get a lot of hate for this song. Um,
You know, in just learning the writer's process.
yeah,
We're gonna have to do a part two to this, Vibrant.
well, that's fine. Yeah,
We're gonna have to do a part two to this. We're gonna have to. Because I try not to overlap my streams over an hour.
okay,
We're gonna need more time than that. You know,
okay,
my question for you is, I'm not done. I got some more questions for you.
yeah, that's fine.
Um, I think because I think we could tomorrow. You're gonna have your son tomorrow,
No, he's actually off Monday at school, so I won't have him until Tuesday.
so we could do part two tomorrow.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, I just got to remember where I'm at. I'll leave a
Well,
note.
you have two more songs to do.
I have this to finish the explanation of this song, because actually this next part of this song is where the positive part comes into play. Um,
Oh, so you
and
have the
then,
second part of this song?
well, we only went through half the song explaining the lyrics.
Okay, all right, keep going, keep going. Sorry,
No, that's
keep going,
okay. But
keep
like
going.
it did. Okay, so really fast. I'll talk really fast on this. So you
You
come to the
don't have
part
to
in the middle
take
of the
your
song,
time. Take your time. You
and
know,
the
it's not
breakdown
the.
of it, when it gets really heavy with the breakdown, it's like the chug, and it's like f every selfless person who throws those out to men. F every single person who chooses not to see within. And F, I'm saying it's a cuss word, by the way. Open your eyes, find yourself inside. Join the many who are voiceless and can't fight, or it can never fight. So basically, open your eyes, find yourself inside. That's the people that throw people out there to mend, right? So, like to heal, basically. People like in family, for example, if you don't listen to what they want you to do or they want you to be, they'll throw you out there and you can heal yourself. Don't mess with us. And what type of parent is that? And, F every single person who chooses not to see within. So, a lot of people don't see within themselves. They want to put on a show, um, and put on a fake persona for everyone else to see them in a different light. And then open your eyes, find yourself inside. So this is on that part of the song, me telling them, open your eyes, find yourself inside. Quit being who others want you to be. And then join the many who are voiceless and can never fight. So there are many that are voiceless that can't open their mouth because they get more pain from it. And the way I wrote that, because I was thinking of abuse. I was thinking of like an abused a girl that is in an abuse relationship, right? Abusive relationship. Like they can't really open their voice. They can't use their voice and open their mouth because they get abused more or nobody listens. It's all just games and stuff. So that's where I kind of got that idea from, because it's the same way as when you're growing up and you're getting abused by a parent. Like, who's going to listen to a kid if a kid's saying, "Oh, my dad hits me all the time"? Nobody's going to listen to anything. It doesn't happen. Um, so then you got the join the many who are voices can never fight. So then you come into the positive part of it. It starts building into the positive part of the song. Silent voices hinder lost visions. Break control, living you reasons. Feeling free, bringing your completion. Inner muse brings forth creation. So that right there is great. Silent voices hinder lost vision. So if you keep silent, then your vision can never be spoken, can never be out there, right? If you have a vision of your life being different than what they want you to be, your parents or whoever's controlling you to be, if you keep your voice silent, then your vision will get lost. You'll be lost in all the pain and abuse that you have, right? And then it comes to the second part of that is without fear, ignite your fires. Without words, you can inspire. Don't change because they are liars. One will rise, you are fighters. So again, it's the one will rise, you are fighters, but it's without fear, you can ignite your fires. So without fear, if you go against the people that are abusing you and controlling you, you can actually ignite your fire and it can be stronger. And if all the other people that have those voices come out and rally behind you, then it becomes stronger. Because even without words, you can inspire, right? You can inspire with actions. You don't have to say anything. You can inspire with actions 100% every single time. And yes, it's not easy, but the song is just here to help inspire. And then you can save yourselves. It's your life, bring them hell. The chant again, hold on to who you are. And it's just that over and over and over again. Um, hold on to who you are. We weren't built for failure, which we aren't. Life keeps you holding on. You can be your own savior. You can be your savior. So basically, that's the song. Okay, I'm done. It's basically if just it's a song about fighting control. Don't let anybody control you. Don't let anybody tell you can't be who you want to be.
Don't
Basically,
let people bully you, basically.
bully you, abuse you, tell you can't do this, that you don't have the strength to do this. Like a lot of people want to write a book and then they get put down by their family or by their friends. Oh, you can't do that. It's too hard. No. Like you could do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it and do it. Now it's a hard struggle, and like hell, I should be farther than I am now with what I wanted to do. But sometimes you have to make sacrifices for the greater good. Like I had to sacrifice a lot of stuff to be a father. So, yeah.
Sometimes you got to make those sacrifices in life.
Hmm.
But the thing is age is just a number. So when your kid gets to a certain age, you're able to get back into the music scene and do your music again.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have him with me in some of this stuff though. Actually, I'm planning to do a little Halloween skit again with him using his voice. I have like a recording of him where he's like, "Daddy, Daddy, where are you? I'm scared." And it was so funny to put him in. He wanted to be in a Halloween skit so bad, and I couldn't do it at the time. I was running tight on my schedule. I had like 3, 4 songs that went on the Halloween album, but
Erica. So Emily. So like I told everybody here already, the next month or so, next couple of months, um, Viperin and Rogue Knox are going to do a collaboration together. She can sing, by the way, and you know that, Viperin.
yeah.
She can sing.
Well,
So she can sing.
see, that's the thing though. Like, like when we do the second part to this, I guess I'll play the version of this song that we just played when I had the female singer. And I had to sing with her. And the problem we didn't use her, I was trying to get her to work with me because she was so nervous, which is understandable. She was not saying the word. She wasn't holding the word for the count that it needs to be held. She was saying the wrong word sometimes, like in her mind what it should say, but it was completely going against what I was saying. And she would cut off, and she was going flat and sharp in a lot of parts.
And that's
But
what it sounds
it's
like.
what?
Does that sound like? Is that what it sounds like in the recording?
Oh, dude, it's rough. It's a rough cut. It was our first time. We did one run on it to see how it would sound. Our voices sounded pretty good together. Problem is, she had almost like a Britney Spears type voice, and she would hold, like I would hold a word, savior, like that, and she would be savior and stop, and you can hear the difference. You can hear it. But the pro this is I wanted it to work so well because I thought it'd be so cool. And this is before it started happening all over the place. I wanted to so bad to have a girl singer in a metal band with a male screamer. I would be doing the screaming with a girl singing, dude. That would be badass. Because I think there's three types of metal, right? I think there's dirty metal, there's musical metal, and there's one tone metal. That's what I categorize it at. You have metal that you can sing with, which is musical metal. You have one tone metal, which the scream is one tone and never high or low. And like, for example, Five Finger Death, or not Five Finger Death Punch. What is it? Hatebreed. Hatebreed is one tone singer. And then you have dirty metal, which they don't articulate and they just scream. Right? That's dirty to me. That's not. If you don't articulate, it's really dirty. You can't really make out what the words are because there's no
Yeah,
articulation.
dirty metal. Yes.
Yeah, so I like musical metal. I like it where you do high, mid, low screams, and then somebody can sing in tune with you. Not they're not sharp. They're not. They're not
I'm watching
angels.
chat.
Angels. She doesn't sing.
Emily's like, "Can you scream, angels? Only if someone's chasing me."
I mean, that type of scream. I guess I could put in like a. I guess I could always put that in a Halloween tune or something. I did. I actually did a Joker voice for a Halloween tune. So I have two different voices I did for a Halloween skit I did on my friend's album.
When Angel Lied said that the other part of that song, it's not too bad, it's listenable.
What happened?
Because you were talking about the female version, putting the female
Oh,
vocals. He's like, it's not too bad, it's listenable.
yeah, it's not too bad. I thought it would have been perfect, but she kind of like backed out and didn't want to finish doing it with me. Like I kept on trying to get. She worked at my job. I kept on trying to get her to do a one-on-one with me so I can help her with feeling more comfortable actually singing with the tune and teach her how she could keep in count and in tune and say the words right. But yeah, it just didn't happen. She kind of just left. So it was like, eh. So I just had to do it by myself because I actually had another song I wanted to put her in. I had a song I was in the process of writing called um, Always There. And it was going to be a girl singing her part in the story, and it was going to be me singing my part in the story, and then combining. Um, and it was kind of a song to somebody I used to know a long time ago. But
So I think Sunday, tomorrow night, we'll cover part 2.
yeah, it's going to be the same song, just with a girl, and you'll hear the difference in mastering versus not mastering in a way.
And then you have 2 more songs unreleased.
No, that's what I was saying. It's the only songs I have is I don't have full songs. I have a song explaining the writing process, and I have lyrics to it that I pre-recorded only like on the first measure, and that's it.
Okay.
And then the other one, the other full song is the same song we just listened to, Savior, but with a girl and me both in the
Okay.
song. It's another version of that song, and that's it. I mean, I could
Okay.
put more on there. I mean, I could show you. We had like 20 songs. I have a folder of 20 songs I never wrote lyrics to. That, like, we have song. That's the song 3 right here. Song 2 was Savior, and then song 7 is the other one that I have like just the first measure to, and then of course the re-record of the other one.
Damn, that sucks. 20 tracks and they wouldn't do a whole album.
No, well, I was too dark for them. I was writing from the heart. I didn't want to do a stupid song about, because originally the song is called Devil's Wings, right? And it was supposed to be they wrote it for like a Christian band or something. And it was different. It was more acoustic. But the way they rewrote it, and it was really heavy, I was like, dude, there's no way that this song could be all rainbows and sunshine. This is a dark song. There's no way. And then they wanted me to almost sing almost like Pantera, but I can't do a voice like him. It's rough on your vocals. And I was like, I'm a screamer, and I do some singing. I'm like almost. I only have like. I don't have a huge singing scale, honestly. It's like monotone. Like I feel like it's monotone, but yeah, they just. I lost my house. I was going through depression. That's why I wrote that one song. I lost my house, and I thought I was going to live there forever with my son and a wife at the, of course, but it didn't happen. And I lost my house, and I was living in my car for months, for a couple months, and I didn't ever live. My brother told me I could live with him in Texas. I went to Texas. Then there was the flood that happened here with the house my son was living at. There was a flood, and they lost that house in a flood, believe it or not, in the middle of Oklahoma, a flood. And I was like, I have to go back. So I took all my money and all that stuff, and I came back to Oklahoma. And then that's when my friend passed away in a wreck. And yeah. And then I moved to another house, and I moved to another house. Then COVID happened, and all this stuff happened. And C-19, you got all this other stuff. And finally, I'm in this house. So there's a lot happened. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is like there are a lot of bands that actually sing about that stuff, and people think that it's true and all that stuff, and it could be in some stuff. There is way darker stuff. I actually have a lot of stuff. I have lyrics. I have like a lyric book. Actually I have a journal of dark entries, what I call dark entries. Like every time I'm in a depressive state or something, I write my feeling at the time and have like these dark poems. I have poems about being being unalived or not murdered, but or just passing away. I have songs about passing away or lyrics about passing away that I actually want to write stuff to. Um, but I have a list of probably 160 dark entries. Thoughts of self harm, how it is if I was gone, would people care type stuff. I have a lot of stuff like that. I actually have one of my first songs. My first song that I ever wrote, my first lyrics I ever wrote was called "You Are Nothing." And it's basically telling people I'm more than you, but you are nothing. And yeah, so I have a lot of different lyrics. Anyways,
Well, thank you for coming up, Vibrant.
thank you for having me up here, man.
You got,
Again,
yeah, yeah. You're always welcome to this community. You're always welcome up on panel. If you got anything you ever want to say and I'm on a topic and it relates to you, you're always welcome to say, hey, can you drop a link?
oh yeah, if there's a topic I know that I feel like I know, then yeah, I'll
Or
answer it.
if
But
it's
if
a
it's a topic
topic
I don't know, I mean,
that's
I actually
understandable.
you're telling me to bring up topics. You asked the other day about if you have topics, let me know. I have topics, but I don't know if it like I don't know what in the mental field it would be called. If you understand what I
Well,
mean,
just go
like
into
control.
Discord. Just go into Discord and type in topics of discussion. Just throw in your topics, your thoughts. And what I'll do is I'll do research on those topics. Hello, Nana's Dragonfly. How you doing? Throw in those topics. And what I'll do is I'll research them and then I'll come up on panel and come up here, talk about it.
Because
And if,
the topic basically is the song we just listened to. That's a topic that can be talked about. But I
yeah,
don't know, like in the mental field, what it would be called. I think narciss, like, I don't know what it would be called.
I've already covered narcissistic people.
Yeah, but this is like control, like parents controlling their kids, making them, hey, you got to dress this way, you got to do this, you got to do this, and you can't be yourself. You have to be what they want you to be, or a significant other, like a boyfriend or girlfriend, telling the girl, you can't dress like that, you got to dress like this, things like that. The
Or
controlling.
being told where you can and can't go, what you can and can't do, who you can and can't hang out with, where you can
Yeah,
and can't go.
exactly.
Oh,
That's the
trust
control.
me, that's relationship related. That would be based off of relationships. It could be parenting, which is a relationship, a mother and daughter relationship, a father and son relationship, or you know, conforming to people around you. Yes. Okay. Yes. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
because I
connected to
when I try to look up a actual mental term for it, like in the mental field, or in in that field. When I tried to look up the term, it was like narcissistic obsessive compulsive disorder, like NOCD or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I just don't. I'm not familiar with that term. I just know living in that situation, the control.
I lived
But
in that situation. I my first wife was controlling, telling me just how to deal with unwanted or too much control from others.
yeah. Well, and then but see, that's the song. Like it's almost like being a kid, where you can't, like, you can open your mouth all you want, but you're not going to get any help unless people
Like
listen
my
to
grandmother
you.
used to say, kids are to be seen and not heard.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was back when I was growing up. Well, yeah, 100%.
So once a child hears that, kids are to be seen and not heard, and you hear that, now you're afraid to even talk about it.
Yeah, see, Emily, she's saying it too. I think that's a great topic because control is a big thing everywhere. Believe it or not, like, you have to be this way. So many people are so afraid to find their muse, the thing that keeps them sane, the thing that
Angels
keeps them
lie
in
to
the
keep the
straight
truth.
thing. Do as I say, not as I do is another one. Well, kind of, yeah. And it's like, I don't know, like I could be so much farther if I actually had help instead of getting down about doing my music that I do and the music I listen to. I could be so much farther in the music industry if I actually was able to get lessons on stuff. I was self-taught on everything. I taught myself how to do everything except for trumpet.
You know, angels. Had somebody say that to me. Do as I say, not as I do. I said, "Oh, don't be a hypocrite." As soon as I said that, "Don't be a hypocrite," they gave me like a third-degree burn,
Oof.
verbal, not physical. They gave like verbal lashing. I'm like, and then I spoke back and I said, if you tell me to do one thing, but you do the opposite, what does that make you? A hypocrite. So you're supposed to lead by example. If you don't lead by example, that makes you a hypocrite. So that's how I see things. I could be wrong. Head full of gray hair.
I have a lot of gray hair. Be quiet.
Like my messy hairdo.
And my hair is messy too. It's starting to get hot now with this heater right behind me. Like the wind today in Oklahoma is like ice cold. So it's like you get really cold and then you turn on the heater and you're like, oh, now it's too damn hot. Or at least that's how I feel.
So now this is where we get off the subject and go into just life in general, and you know, yes. So angels is like that's an interesting perspective. I didn't think of it that way. You know, late night Mike, Mr. P, how are you doing?
What's up, Mr. P?
I stopped in. I woke up this morning. I go to check your channel out. Yeah, I went right back to sleep. I'm like, what did I walk into? Oh my God. It was off the rails. Oh my God, bro. I hope you good.
Yeah,
you
Emily,
must
that's
have
what I'm.
been you must have been sleeping. You must have been sleeping when all that was going down. Yes, I was flat off the rails. Sorry, Viper. Sorry.
Uh, Shout out to Jim. What you doing? How you doing today?
Yeah, it's not good. Can't be doing that. So Jim's her best friend.
Jim, a Jem, I believe. Yeah, that's her best
Oh,
friend.
Jim,
Yeah,
how you doing?
but Emily, 100%. That's why my son, he's getting really good at clay stuff, and he wants to start doing like clay animation stuff. So I'm gonna start teaching him how to do stop video, I guess, do clay animation. He does really good. Like he made this little tiny cheeseburger with clay, and he even put tiny little seeds on it. It was such great detail. It was great detail. I'm telling you, it was completely awesome. What's up, Mr. P? How you doing?
So what was I gonna say? Right? It was so detailed to look edible, right?
Dude, it looked really good. He had lettuce on it. He had um tomatoes on it. He had the meat. He had the bun, and he had the little seeds on the bun. It was really good. He did really good. Now, good to see you too, Mr. P. Now it's now he makes toilets because of the skibbity toilet crap. It's so popular now. It's so dumb. But I mean, he's doing good. He's got like a little crafts table now, so he can do his draw. He also draws anime, which he's really good at doing at his age. Um,
Well, you got to think he's had an artist for a father,
well, here's the thing: is
not a drawing artist, but just an artist.
I used to draw back when
Okay,
I
there
was
you
in
go.
school. I actually did, but I did these sculptures, which kind of was my cry for help of these faceless people crying or with their head down. Anyways, I did art and stuff a long time, but it was always art and music were the two things I did. But my son wants to do music, and he wants to do drums and guitar and all that stuff. He's actually been trying to play his recorder. So I'm gonna try and help him with all that. If he wants to do it, he can do it. I'm not gonna waste his innocence, Mr. P. It's like I'm gonna let him. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him uninterrupted as much as possible. But I'm gonna let him do the things he loves to do. I'm not gonna tell him what he can and can't do. He wants to learn guitar. I'll give him have him get lessons on that. He could probably end up being better than me on guitar. And if he doesn't like it, he doesn't have to do it. When band comes, if he wants to do drums, he wants to play a drum set in band. And I was like, you're not going to play drum set per se. You're gonna be playing snare or some stuff like that. But it's whatever. It's like if he wants to do it, he can do it. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. It's just whatever he wants to do. But he wants to do like stop animation. He wants to do like Legos doing stuff. Oh, dude, the Deadpool trailer. There's a Lego version of it that just came out that actually is pretty damn good. This whoever did it was so amazing. They did it like and really fast. It's step by step, frame by frame, everything exactly how it was in the Deadpool 3 trailer. And Legos. Pretty cool.
So good seeing you, Mr. P, stopping in. Angel's Live says, ooh, be right back. So I'm going to do another 12-hour live like I did the last time. And Mr. P, I never fell asleep once, homie. Sorry. Deep breath.
That means you got to do 24 hours now.
The thing is, I have insomnia.
I'm
So I
kind of the
think
same way in a little bit.
Yeah, just don't force them into baseball, for example.
I'm not going to force my child to do any sports unless
If
he
they're not
wants to.
interested, they find a lot more joy from something if they like it, are naturally good at it. I had to look up Deadpool Lego trailer before I forgot.
It's really damn cool. It's so good. They did so good on it. But yeah, I don't know if he's interested. He's not really interested in doing sports stuff, which is fine. I mean, he could do whatever he wants. Um, but I'm not really into sports either, so I can't really. Even if he wanted to be in sports, he'd be learning not from me. I don't know anything about sports.
No sport coordination from here.
No, I well, if he wants to play pool, I could teach him how to play pool. I consider that kind of a sport. But see, I look at pool also mathematically. So
Oh, it
I'm a big
is.
math person. Yeah, I'm a big math person. I
Angles
actually,
and angles and yes,
yeah,
geometry.
yeah, no problem, Quimby.
Have
Thanks
a
for
good night,
showing
Queen
up.
Bee. See you on the flip side.
But yeah, I love pool. It's either that or UFC. Those are the only two things I like to watch that are almost like sports. I love UFC. Yeah, and my son might end up getting into sports or something later on as he gets older, and it's fine. Like, I'm not going to control what he wants to do and stuff. I mean, that's how I was raised up, and I rebelled against it like crazy, and it caused a lot of issues with me as a child and stuff. But I just, it's like one of those things you become a parent, and you're like, you want to treat your child differently than how you were treated when you were growing up. And that's basically what I mean, because I grew up getting my ass kicked all the time. So I mean, he's getting so much more love than I did when I was a kid. Um, also technology and stuff. There's a lot of technology around now.
Are you still around, Mr. P? I dropped the link for you if you want to come up. I dropped the link for you if you want to come up, Mr. P.
What are you talking about? Not always the case. What are we talking about?
Sometimes you got to do what you know as a parent. I don't know.
I know I am a parent though. I don't know what I've done wrong.
No, she's not saying you did anything wrong. Laughing out loud, that's not always the case. I think she was saying something about what you were saying and laughing to it. I don't know. She's
I
like,
don't know
"Oh
either.
my god." You know what's
Oh
gonna happen is she
my
went
God.
Becky, look at that butt. It
I'm
is
gonna.
so big.
Yeah. Hey, there's a metal version of that song if you didn't know, which
Yeah,
is
I
actually
know.
really damn good. I like it. I like it. I like the metal version. Metal version. I gotta take my pills.
So, but make sure you're off camera when you do it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, how did I mess up? What? I messed up? What?
With
I ain't
angels,
messed up.
cycles tend to repeat themselves, and grows up to be in a until someone like you, Viper, decides to break that cycle for your own kid.
Oh hell yeah! Like man, I don't want any of that shit for my son. I did feel bad though because the whole thing with his mom, but I'm not
Angels,
gonna
I
go into
dropped the
that.
link. You can come up if you want to. Here,
Yeah, just be sure to mute the background uh fan thing when you come up.
here, here's the link, Angels. I dropped the link. This is getting so interesting. I want to pull out one of my cigars and start smoking it.
Oh no, no, we're not gonna make this a drama thing. We're not gonna make it a drama thing, okay? I'm avoiding that.
Poof, figure. Oh man.
I guess it's a good time for me to tell everyone, hey guys, my electricity's getting shut off tomorrow. I'm gonna need some, help. Just be sure to give it to All Things Serious here, and he'll give me in the back end. He'll give me what y'all guys sent.
I dropped the link, Angels. You can come up. You're more than welcome.
It's really weird. We fixed her mic for Discord, and it's like she has no background, but then
All
she
right,
goes on to
here's Mr.
StreamYard, and
P. Here's Mr. P and here's Angels.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello,
We got Mr.
Yo.
P. We got
Mr.
Angels
P and
live.
Angels.
Hey.
What is up?
What's
So
up?
can I explain what I was trying to say?
Go right ahead,
Please.
Angels.
Okay, so what I was saying was I didn't mean like you as in you personally, Vibrant. I meant like you as in like the general you. Like parents sometimes will parent how they were taught. So if all they know is abuse, when they become parents, they continue that cycle. I wasn't
I know.
like
I
coming at
wasn't
you.
taking it. I wasn't taking it
Well, it
like you were attacking
sounded
me.
like you were. It sounded like you were taking it personally, so I just wanted to clear that up, and I couldn't do it in like 10 characters or less. So, yeah.
What was that movie that was like a funny like Canadian cop movie? And they ended up making like a fireman version of it too with the same cast. You know what I'm talking about? It was like a
You're talking
really
about
funny.
the people from. It's the people from
Wasn't Reno
from
911, but
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. Yeah,
People that did Super Trooper stuff, and they
bro,
did
you
one
remind
like
me of one of the
Canada.
guys on the Super Troopers with your stash. You're not a
Why?
spitting image of it, but it's just you. For some reason, you are like, I'm just seeing like Super Trooper right now. I don't know. Am I
It's the
off?
mustache, Viper. It's
Oh,
the
Am I
mustache.
wrong?
you don't understand me, Meow? Like, come on, Meow. Oops.
You guys can say I'm the only one, By the way,
Yeah.
did you guys know even what I was talking about this scrambled porn? Do you guys understand what I'm even saying? Because this is kind of an old thing. I don't, you guys don't know what I'm talking about?
No,
When we
and you
talk
just
about
said a
like
word you
scrambled
shouldn't
All
be
eggs,
right,
saying.
all right. So when before digital cable, right, you would just have analog, which meant you could just take the cable, plug it into a box, and
Oh
flip
yes,
channels.
yes,
Okay,
yes. Know
all right.
exactly what you're talking
So
about.
so the way they did it with analog is they had porn channels, and you could see them
Mr.
if you
P.
paid for it. But if
Mr.
you didn't
P.
pay for it, it was scrambled, so you would still
Mr.
have the
P.
audio.
Mr. P. What are you trying to do to me, bro?
Was you can't say the P word?
No, you cannot say the P word. You cannot say the P word. You can
Okay.
say corn, but you
Oh,
cannot
oh,
say the
really?
P word.
I didn't know that was a problem. All right, I got it. My bad.
Yeah, you're
Um,
good.
but yeah, so that stuff would be scrambled, and you could hear what was going on. And on some days, the scrambling wasn't very good, so you could even like make it out. And that to me, that's what corrupted me. That's what took me from like everybody means well, happily ever after. The bad guy always loses. That's when it all started to crumble for me. Was the scrambled porn, and I was like, wait a minute,
Corn,
life
Mr.
is
P.
not the way. Oh, sorry, corn.
life is peachy. Yeah, life is
Life
peachy.
is
Corn.
not what I'm being told here. There are
God,
these there are these women that do these strange things and make these noises, and I'm very confused.
What
Mr. P.
I'm
I'm
gonna tell
gonna
you. I'm gonna
reach
tell you the
to the
truth. I'll tell you the
camera.
truth really quick. Like there's one thing that will probably corrupt my son, and that's YouTube and their damn shorts. Like they really clickbait that stuff for kids on the kid channels, and
April's like, wait a minute, couples don't sleep in separate beds.
Yeah, no. They don't even get married anymore. They just have kids like willy-nilly.
Uh, all right, the Flintstones did.
Yeah. I don't even think most people know what a family unit actually means.
No, they don't. Most people don't. It's family, mother, father, and children together, happy, not
I
miserable.
I had this guy in the car the other day, and he was like, woe is me. He was complaining and everything. Then he's like, oh, I got 5 baby mamas. I'm like, hey man, no disrespect, but like, aren't you kind of responsible for the fact that you have 5 baby mamas? Like, and I was like, how many kids do you have? He's like, 8. I was like, bro, you're 31 with 8 kids. like, just pause for a minute and let that soak in. Like, what the fuck?
that's a lot of kids.
But it was like everybody's fault. It wasn't his fault. And like, dude, you realize that like you're kind of in control of, you know.
Doesn't have a car, but has 8 children.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to do the thing that makes children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. God damn.
5 baby mamas. Damn, someone missed a key lesson.
And it wasn't like he learned his lesson on the first one, or the second, or third, or fourth. It took him 5 baby mamas to start figuring out that this was not the way to go.
Man, this child support bill must be huge.
Oh, dude, that shit would suck.
Dude, he goes to like eat like a sandwich, and literally like the IRS like pulls the sandwich out of his hand before he can even chew it and gives it to his kids.
That's how it would be.
Oh my God.
He tries to put gas in his car, and they literally take the hose from him and then sell the gas and give it to his kids. Like that's how bad his child support is.
Are you friends with Nick Cannon? April's like, is he friends with Nick Cannon?
Oh my goodness.
Nick Cannon and all his children and baby mamas.
Well,
I can't
God bless you
stand
if you
it.
can afford it, and you can't kink
He
shame.
could
I
afford an
guess.
Uber, right? He paid for the Uber, right? Or
Yeah,
is that one of his baby mamas?
that's actually a good question. I didn't check the name of the account.
I bet you the baby mamas be paying him child support.
Yeah. But seriously though, there's a lot of late night rides that I do where there's like a female paying for the dude to get brought over. I've seen that a lot.
Oh my god! All
So how would
right,
that make you feel if you if you got a phone call and somebody's paying an Uber to bring you over? Like,
she's desperate.
hey, props to the women. They know what they want.
Yeah, they want a
Wow.
dude with no car. That's what they want.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then when they're done, they can send him away and he can't get back.
Wow.
Wow,
They
dude
can pay
sounds
for an
like a
Uber and there's
catch.
no way of returning. It's pretty smart,
True.
actually.
So, but thank you for coming up for Mr. P and giving me some laughter. I need some humor.
Yeah, I figured I'd maybe push the limits. Try. I don't want to get you canceled, but we're gonna be right on that razor edge.
This morning, bro, I woke up. I'm like, "Hey, Mr. P's still alive. Let me go check him out."
So
No.
Shiva was like, "Are you gonna let this happen? Are you gonna do this?" He was like trying to get me to force me into moderating the panel. I'm like, bro, it's my birthday. I don't give a fuck. Like today of all days, I don't care. I just
Happy
don't care.
birthday.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
But
late
it's like,
birthday.
to you.
well, because I mean, they were all throwing
Happy
around stuff, man.
birthday to
Racist shit,
you.
and it's just
Happy
nuts.
birthday to Mike. Happy birthday to you.
All right, appreciate you, dog.
I sing happy birthday to everybody. If they got a birthday, I sing it.
Nice, you get the voice for it.
Yeah. And your wife's over there like, what the fuck did he just do?
Oh no, she loves you. We both are huge fans. See, like last night, like you would never let anything happen like last night.
Hell no.
Me, I'm capable of taking like these moral vacations, and shit can get wild.
I'd have been like, peace, bye-bye. Peace, bye-bye.
Yeah, we were having a
Yeah.
good live, and then I don't know what happened. You got the three most polarized people like on YouTube, like a fundamentalist, essentially a Confederate, and then what was the other one there? I'm trying to think. Either way, they were all. He was a homosexual from Europe, atheist. So
I
we
don't
have
care about
all
any of
three.
that.
Oh, I don't care either. But I'm saying that those three, ideals are very tough to mix in one room or panel. That's like, I don't know what the word is.
Yeah,
It's
they
very
were all
combustible.
talking crap to each other, and they wanted to
Yep.
fight each other and all that crap. And I'm like, yep, my mental just went out the window. I need to go back to sleep. Yeah. I'm like, dude cammed up. He's like, my jaw's right here.
That's the thing though. But an atheist, like I don't believe in. I don't know. Like some people
That-
make it bad for other people.
I don't care about people's sexuality. I don't care about people's beliefs.
Wow.
I just care about people's mental health, their
Yeah.
mental well-being. If they're happy and they're go lucky and they're in a good state of mind, that's all I care about. It's all that matters to me.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, it's what it's got to be. Somebody wasn't there for me when I was in a bad place. So I got to be there for other people that are in a bad place.
Yeah.
I got to offer that service.
That's why if I do a stream, it's gonna be about mental health and metal music. Hell yeah, just fucking metal, man.
So I will see you tomorrow, Viperin,
Okay, we're gonna do it at the same time.
7 p.m.
So 1 hour earlier. Okay.
Yeah, the only reason we did it tonight is because one of my friends went live at 8 p.m. my time,
Uh-huh.
p.m. your time, and I had to show him some support.
That's fine.
So
Yeah. So I have it's just these other two tunes, and honestly, it won't take that long. It's gonna take way less time than now.
that's fine. That's fine. But all right, guys. Thank you for coming up, Mr. P.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes.
It's nice, good to see you, Viper. Nice meeting you,
Nice seeing
Angels.
you again.
It's nice to meet you too.
So,
Yeah.
Angels, you're always welcome up here on panel.
Thanks.
Viper knows the same thing. And if there's a subject I'm talking about, Angels, you're more than welcome to come up and talk about it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So, yes, you're always invited here.
Cool.
So, all right. I'm going to end this live out now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will be in VC in about an hour or so. And I'll talk to you guys then. Until then, all things serious out.